you don't have a food problem. It's not the case that you don't know which foods are healthy or which foods to eat. Most likely, what you have is an eating behavior problem or challenge, right? And that's okay. And that's what this video is all about, food cravings and a collection of resources and tips for how to handle them. So here's the thing. Most people that I coach, we don't spend most of our time talking about food and vegetables and proteins and fruits. We spend a lot more of our time talking about the emotional reasons why we eat certain foods at certain times and the cravings that surround those behaviors. So in this video, I'm going to do my best as quickly as I can to help you learn how to better deal with food cravings. So let's begin by saying this. Do not seek to eliminate cravings, okay? This is a myth, right? In my own life, I can remember as a young child, my mother used to cook pasta for dinner and leave the extra pasta in the strainer. And because I loved pasta and pizza and bread and I could eat tons of it, I would always go over to the sink while dinner was still going on or almost winding down, and I would sometimes with my hands reach into the strainer and just finish all the cold pasta that was left over. I mean, I couldn't let pasta go uneaten, okay? And this behavior, which I repeated hundreds if not thousands of times, is always going to be a part of my personality to this day. Even though I am very well adjusted in terms of eating behavior and fit and in great shape, I still have a very hard time leaving pasta, gluten-free pasta in this case for me, uneaten. If I know it's in the fridge or left over anywhere, I'm very likely to go and try and attack it in the old style or the old behavior of eating, right? So that's always going to be a part of me, right? So what I should do, what I do with that is I accept that. I have a high level of awareness of that, and then I take some ensuing steps that I'll show you and how to mitigate that, how to moderate that, how to make it less severe, okay? So why am I suggesting, aside from my own personal story, that you should not seek to eliminate cravings? Well, there are many different causes of cravings. Here are about 10 common ones, and it's just another reason why you can't eliminate them completely, because look at all the possible sources of food cravings. You'll have these slides, so I won't read you every single one, but, you know, if you're not eating a balanced diet, if you're not hydrated, if you're stressed or tired, if it's summer or winter, there are some physical biochemical reasons that contribute to cravings. And then also these things, these 10, and there are more, all interplay with each other. So if you're not getting enough sleep and you're underhydrated and you're stressed, well, there you go. That's a recipe for, you know, diving into the pantry for something to comfort that craving that has arisen, okay? So many different causes of cravings, and your bottom line is you're never going to get rid of all of these, okay? So in this deck, which I'll give you the link to, I'm going to give you some strategies for dealing with trigger foods, okay? And I'm also going to give you a behavior awareness worksheet. This is a free download, and I recommend that you use this if you've, you know, kind of given in, quote unquote, to a craving and you feel really bad about it, or if you maybe are repeating a behavior that you want to break the chain on, okay? So that's a possible tool. I've also put here links to, I've written many past newsletters on cravings, including this one from August 23, which has a whole list of possible actions you could take to help yourself mitigate cravings. One of my favorites is we call the discomfort deal. Okay, it's very simple, right? If you have a craving for something, whatever the case may be, let's say it's a piece of chocolate, and you're not hungry, but let's say you're still craving the chocolate anyway, right? If you can withstand a little bit of discomfort, then that's the deal. That's part of the deal. Then go ahead and have that chocolate. And maybe that little bit of discomfort is a 1-minute pause or a glass of water, right? But if you can make that deal with yourself, you might be surprised with the results, right? If you insert that 1-minute pause and then give yourself the permission to actually, you know, satisfy the craving, you might find that the power the craving has over you moving forward is not as strong as you think it was. Okay? So links to past newsletters here. And the additional thing I want to mention, if you've watched this video so far, thank you, is that I have many other free mini courses on this, free coaching on this. everything you need to finally feel confident in your body and mind is just one click away, right? And by that, I mean, in my school community, there's coaching calls, an awesome community of support, training videos, trainings on cravings, trainings on eating behavior, and much, much more. Don't just take my word for it. There's all kinds of testimonials here that you can read that are written by real people. So I hope you'll give us a link, click there, and it's free, and you'll never have to diet again if you join us there. I've put some additional ways to connect with me here. So this video is now just over 5 minutes long. I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope that your cravings no longer hold as much power over you as they did before you watched this video.